was gonna wear white shorts today, but it's raining.
Why do you own white shorts?
I don't know. It was a really poor decision. Actually, there's a reason I own white shorts, but that's another story. I got those in Europe. That was after.
Oh, they're European. And welcome everyone to another episode of On Curve NEDH Cast. And today we are going to be talking about Core 2020, doing, what is this, our third review in 5 weeks?
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just too much.
A lot.
It's a lot. Part of me is like, why even do these reviews? But whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Good morning, evening, or afternoon, anyone that's listened to us, whatever time it is you have chosen to come in. Thanks for hanging around. And I'm actually kind of excited about Core 2020. Like, it seems like, yeah, there you go. You got it there. Good job.
Thanks. Drew's helping me find my water.
It honestly does not seem like that bad, and
I like it too.
We had Commander Horizons, now we have Commander 2020.
We have Core Commander.
Core Commander.
Yes.
Okay, I like that better. This Commander 2020 just sounds like... Wait, this is 2019.
No, it's 2020.
Well, no, but we live in 2019.
Right, you're right.
Yes.
For those in the future, this is being recorded in 2019.
Yeah.
Send us a message back. No, I think this is awesome. They gave us a ton of Legends, and I really like the direction that they went with a lot of them. Yeah. I always like seeing monocolor Legends too, and we got those. So.
I think that just having that versatility in those colors. Feels
so when we're talking about these Legends today, we're talking about only the Legends today. Because, it's a core set. There's some interesting cards for the 99, but we thought, there's a lot of Legends in here. So we're just going to talk about them today. And we have decided that we want to use a little rating scale. So what we're going to do is we're going to use 3 different numbers for 3 different categories. We're going to do how powerful is this commander.
How big of muscles do they have? Yes,
how big of muscles do they have? An example of like a powerful commander would be like Zakama or Urza. Something like that. These are just these have really good abilities on them. Our next category is going to be how clear of a direction does it have for a deck? So how build aroundable is it? How clear is the ask of the commander? And then our third category is what's the fun factor? What's the interesting commandery stuff that's going on here? What's the stuff that makes commander people happy?
Yeah.
For example, something with a high fun factor would be Morphon, the Boundless from Modern Horizons, because that tickles all of the commander players. It
tickles your peaches.
It tickles the peaches. It just makes commander players happy. So those are kind of our 3 categories that we're going off of, and we're going to try and make an average based on them. Drew, you want to get us started with our first legend?
Yeah, so we're going to go through it cycle by cycle, and the first cycle we're starting off with is the monocolored cycle. And so our first one here is Saphara Sky's Blade. She is a 7 mana, 4 generic, 3 white for a 7/7. So 7 mana, 7/7.
Feels a lot for mono white.
Yeah. It's a legendary creature. It's an angel, but she has an alternative casting cost. Ooh. So you can pay 1 white and tap 4 untapped creatures you control with flying, rather than pay the spell's mana cost. So, first of all, that means that it avoids commander cost as well. So
it does?
I'm pretty positive.
Rather than paying the spell's
mana cost.
Interesting.
Because Doretti...
I'm not sure on... Oh!
Doretti has that
No, but Doretti says you put it on the battlefield. Okay, don't quote us on this. We're not sure, but maybe this gets around commander cost.
No, I'm wrong, because with the Fist of Suns, you still have to
pay mana cost.
Yep. So
okay, so the alternative cost still gets the commander tax tacked on.
I think.
We think.
But besides that, it still has more cool fun abilities. So that's pretty nice, and so that kind of makes it life easier than paying that 7 mana. She also has flying and lifelink, and she also reads other creatures you control with flying have indestructible.
So she's kind of like a baby Avacyn.
I like
Very much so a baby Avacyn, because Avacyn is indestructible by herself, and she just gives everything that you have indestructible, including your lands and all of that. Or is it the only creature you control with flying?
Yes. So, obviously, Avacyn's a lot better. But
Yeah.
this is kind of just like a fun, like, hey, I like flyers, or hey, Avacyn's too expensive for me. I want to buy something a little bit cheaper.
Yeah,
And I think
this is like a cute theme deck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, if you just, like, want to make, like, there's, like, oh, flying marauders, I don't know, in white. So I feel like you kind of have to go maybe tokeny a little bit.
Definitely.
Like spirits and stuff like that. Just kind of make sure you have those flyers.
Yeah.
You definitely gonna want to take advantage.
I actually didn't realize until today that she required 4 untapped creatures with flying.
Yes.
I thought it was just untapped creatures, which does restrict her more.
Yes.
But this is interesting. Well, Drew, what numbers, as far as power goes, what number would you give Sephara?
I think she's like a 4.
Yeah, I was going to say a 4 or a 3. That other creatures you control with flying have indestructible is interesting.
Yeah.
It can be good, but your opponents are going to see it coming.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting in the 99, especially if you find a way to flash it out.
Oh, totally.
But yeah, I think that on her own,
Honestly,
and that alternate cost could be really good.
Yeah, and I think even in like maybe even in like an Avacyn deck or something like that, having like a secondary quote unquote Avacyn might not be
Baby Avacyn.
Baby Avacyn.
Yeah.
I honestly, I think that's really good. Honestly, I really love her art too. Like,
her art is so metal with the swords.
It's great.
Yeah.
I like her, but I would not probably head her.
So
up
power, she's a 4.
Yeah.
Build around ability.
I think
she has a lot of that. I think you know what she's doing.
I think that she knows exactly. She's
mono white flyers.
Yeah. I think so as a 10.
So that's like a 10.
Yeah, because I think it's pretty simple. It's like, oh, hey, this is exactly what I want to be doing with this. So,
what's the fun factor?
So I think you have to take into account that it's white.
It is mono white. So there is some feel bads that come with that.
Yeah. So I would 6 or 7.
6 or a 7. I think that 6 is a good number. I can say I've played mono white. I've played Odric Lunac Marshall, and it is a lot of fun to have your creatures are indestructible because you kind of just like swing indiscriminately.
Oh, this would be very good.
It would be very good in Odric
because it gives it gives them 3. It gives them flying, lifelink, and indestructible. Wow, this thing is actually incredible in Odric.
Yeah.
Yeah. So overall, more of a 99, but still like fun and something cool you can do. Like crack this open in one of your packs. Like that's not too bad. Yeah. So what does that average out to? What
that averages out to a 10.
We had a 4, a 10,
a 4, a 6, and a 10.
So we
add 10.
What?
You add the 3 together and then you divide it by 3. My bad. I'm a history major.
Well, welcome to America. We have lost our ability to do math, and
okay, that is going to be a 6.6.
6.6. I feel like that's still high overall grade.
Yeah, she's not bad. Honestly, I was excited when I saw her. I thought she was pretty neat.
Honestly, if I did just like give a straight up grade, I'd probably give it more of like a 5.5. Then like I think that like that that should be like more just like overall. Like obviously that's our average is a 6.6, but I think it's definitely more.
Yeah.
Lower than that.
All right, well let's move on. We got a lot of legends to get through.
We do.
Let's talk about Gargos, Vicious Watcher.
Gargos
is 6 mana, 3 green for an 8/7 legendary creature, Hydra. He has Vigilance, and he says Hydra spells you cast cost 4 less to cast. And he says whenever a creature you control becomes the target of a spell, Gargos Vicious Watcher fights up to 1 target creature you don't control.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
I am really excited for this. I'm going to build this one.
This thing's sick.
I like it. I was looking at the Hydras, and when you have 4 free mana into them, a lot of the Hydras cost like X 1 green or X 2 green. And I mean, I feel like I would be happy to just pay 2 mana and have basically a free 4/4, you know?
Wait, it doesn't pay into X?
It does pay into X. It costs X to cast. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I am. That's how Mystics works. He reduces instant sorcery costs by whatever your experience is, and you can pay that into X. Pretty awesome, right? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I love this second ability as a build around that whenever a creature you control becomes the target of a spell, Gargos Vicious Watcher fights up to 1 target creature. Number 1, it deters them from like single target removing your dudes, because they're definitely going to lose a dude in the process. And Gargos is big enough to punch basically any commander in the face and win. Now, granted, there's like the Ur Dragons out there that Gargos will lose to. But I was talking with my brother about like the commanders in our play group, and we were like, the biggest commander that we see often is like Muldrotha.
Yeah.
And Gargos just eats Muldrotha. So yeah, I think he's sick.
That's
okay,
so cool.
let's move on to our numbers. Power wise, where do you put him?
Oh, like
6 mana 8/7, dude.
I think that's like an 8.
I think he's an 8.
Like obviously, like I was like
Stats alone,
stats
he's
alone,
up there.
like,
Vigilance is so good in Commander.
like the fact he like pays into that X cost. Like that's just crazy.
Yeah, I think he's pretty good. Okay, so we got 8 on power. How about build around ability?
I think you know exactly what this thing just wants to use.
He's a 10. He's Hydras. He's just Hydras all around.
Yeah, and fun. 10.
Yeah, Commander players love Hydras, and I think that second ability is really, I love that, and I think that that's really fun.
Oh,
so,
that's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. I love Gargos now. Overall, as a commander, I would probably give him. I think that our average is going to be a little bit higher. I think he's like a 7, like just like straight up
power level
wise.
Like,
yeah, this is like a cool commander.
Well, this is kind of like, these are like ratings compared to each other.
Yes.
You know, so this isn't necessarily like in the wild how good this deck is going to be.
Oh, hey.
This is compared to the other commanders in this pool.
Yes.
Okay, so he came out to a 9.3. Which, yeah, I think that makes sense when you compare him to Safara. Yeah.
He's definitely a lot strong. I think that might be one of the stronger ones of the monocolored. And even
I think
the
one of the stronger ones in the set.
Yeah. I would maybe agree with
All right, who's next, Drew?
We got Drakuseth, Maw of Flames. Also, do these all line up? They do. They all line. Oh
no,
they don't.
The power and toughness with the mana cost.
That doesn't. That makes it a little bit more sad. I wish it did.
Yeah.
But Drakuseth, the Maw of Flames, is a 7 mana 7/7. He costs I guess. I don't know what they are.
No, it's like its wings, not
wings.
another head.
Okay.
That you were looking at.
Oh, okay. Is 4 generic and 3 red for a legendary creature. A dragon! It has flying, and when it attacks, it deals 4 damage to any target and 3 damage of up to 2 other targets.
What do you think?
I like it.
I think it's cool in the 99.
I think it's very... definitely not.
It needs haste.
It needs haste.
Yeah.
Definitely don't want to head this up as my commander. And honestly, even in the 90... Ouch, I just hit my elbow on your bookshelf. That didn't feel great. Even the 99, it's like 7 mana. Like, but it's a 2 removal spells.
Yeah, you throw in damage doublers, and it's really good. It's technically 3 removal spells. Because you deal 4 to a target, and then you deal 3 to up to 2 other targets.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could take out all the commanders on board if they're the right commanders.
Well, yeah. Yes. But I think it means like 3 damage divided.
No.
Is it 3 and 3?
And 3 damage to each of up to 2 other targets. So
It's 4, 3, 3.
It's 4 to anything, and then you bolt something twice. You bolt 2 other things. Up to 2 other things.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, so I would say let's move on to our ratings.
Yeah.
Or do you have anything else to say?
No. I like Slayer's text. No, alright, so it's ratings. What do you think? What is this?
Power-wise? So the power of it, I think, is reduced by its mana cost. It's very expensive, and it's in mono red.
Yeah.
So as far as commander goes, I'd say its power is like a 5.
Yeah, 5.
Because that attack is actually very powerful.
Oh, yeah.
It's just getting there, that's the problem. Yes. He does so much damage when he attacks. You know, he's
hitting someone for 7.
17.
He's throwing someone...
He's 17 with his power, with it not being augmented.
Yep.
You know, you throw in a damage doubler, and you're up to...
Yeah.
A ton.
I think that could be disgusting if you throw in a damage doubler. Like,
but that mana cost really hurts him.
It does.
Yeah. So he's like a 5 on power. How about build around ability?
I don't know if you know what you're doing. Are you doing Dragon Tribal? Are you doing damage doublers? Are you just doing like...
What's your plan? Are you
doing like mono red burn? Just mono red and commander in general doesn't work super well.
Yeah.
And so that's...
I do like what you just said about like a burn commander, because he burns. So that's interesting, but he's pretty wide open.
Yes, again, so I think that he's like a 4.
Yeah. I agree with that. I would say a 4 or 3.
Yeah, I was honestly gonna say a 3, but that made big
I think
feel
4
bad
is fine.
Coming from a dragon player.
I mean, he's just a mono red dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then fun. think it's that fun.
I think that mana cost just really hurts it.
Yeah.
If he was 5 mana,
if
and he was like
5
3/2/2,
which I guess the 7 mana does have to pay for the disgusting things he does.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's just a high cost of entry.
yeah.
So, I think fun, probably 5.
5.
Yeah.
Can we bump up to a 6?
I think, actually, yeah, 6 seems good.
Okay. I felt bad. I felt bad.
Okay, so he will be a 5.
Yeah.
Is his final rating. I think that makes sense. I mean, he's less of a build around than Safara, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel bad. Big
Yeah.
feel bads for you, Draco Seth.
Alright, let's move on
Yep.
to Villas, Broker of Blood. Alright, Villas is 8 mana. He's 5 black for an 8/8 legendary creature demon. He has flying, and he has the ability of black, pay 2 life. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. And he has the ability of whenever you lose life, draw that many cards.
Okay.
He seems drew this ability.
Yeah.
That last ability is pretty nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy. I would like to say, like just being able to draw through like your deck, like whenever someone hits you, you're drawing cards for that. He has like, so you pay that 2 life, you draw cards for that.
You draw 1 black mana, pay 2 life, draw
black,
2 cards.
Yeah.
Target creature gets -1/-1
So
until
it's basically 1 black mana, draw 2 cards.
Yeah, really good. Pick off a token.
Yep.
Whatever.
I think that's
he's good,
super powerful.
And I honestly feel like the mana cost is like it makes sense with what you're getting. And it's immediate too. Draco Seth is like you're paying a lot to wait for something, whereas Villas is like you set up right and you're just straight away. Think of how good he makes Phyrexian Altar, or if not Phyrexian Altar, Phyrexian Arena. Just draw 2 on your upkeep.
Oh, wow.
You know, all of the black card draw spells just get
just
way better.
Yeah.
Pestilence seems really good. Yeah, I think he's good.
I think that
he is expensive, but I think that he's worth the cost.
But what are you doing with him though? Like, yeah, you're drawing cards, but what are you doing?
I think you're a mono black control deck.
You're just mono black. Maybe you just run Emrakul or just some big dudes in there. Just
I think that he's your big dude.
But I feel like you have to have more of a payoff than just him. Like, I feel like I'm mono black control, but what are you doing besides that? Like,
well, I guess that affects his build around ability score.
Yeah.
All right, let's rate him.
Yeah. Right. Power, I think he's like an 8.
Yeah, I would say an 8 too.
Yeah, like just like be able to draw those cards, like he has removal on him. He has card draw on him. It's a big
He
body.
enables his own whenever you lose life, draw that many cards ability.
Yes.
And flying is always good, especially on a big body.
Yep.
Okay. Build around ability. This is what we were talking about. I think he's probably a 4.
He just doesn't.
Yeah. Mono black control is like it's a good deck.
Yes.
And he's kind of just another commander you could probably slide in instead of like Erebos or whatever.
But I feel like that I would rather have those other cards instead of him, though.
Yeah.
So I think he's a good card, but I do think he's better in
the 99.
Like,
okay.
He's good. Like that losing that life, drawing those cards, it's really great. But I just had up a deck.
Yeah. All right. So 4.
Yeah.
And the fun factor.
I just don't. Like, yeah, you draw through your deck, but how fun is that? Like,
yeah. What are you doing with it? What's the payoff?
I think that kind of connects to the... So I think maybe 5 or 6.
Okay. I think 5 is fair. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what it is. 5.6. So he's down there too.
I feel like that's a fair. That's a fair.
He just doesn't have that much of a direction, even though he does have his ability is extremely powerful. He just doesn't have that much of a direction as far as being the commander of a deck.
Yes.
So I think that's fair on the fun factor. Okay, our final monocolor.
Yeah. This is Atemsis All-Seeing.
Okay.
She is a 6 mana, 3 generic, 3 blue for a 4/5. She's a legendary creature, a Sphinx. She has flying, and she has the ability, so 3 blue, to tap her and to draw 2 cards and you discard a card. So it's looting on steroids.
Yeah, except you do get to keep a card.
Yeah, so you
go up a card.
You're going up a card. That's why it's on steroids. But she also reads, whenever Atemsis, not Artemis, All-Seeing deals combat damage to an opponent, you may reveal your hand. If cards no, it's not combat damage. It's just deals damage to an opponent. If cards with at least 6 different converted mana costs are I'm sorry. I'm just going to
You just need to start over.
Yeah. When a Tempest All Seen deals damage to an opponent, you may reveal your hand. If cards with at least 6 different converted mana costs are revealed this way, that player loses the game.
Yeah.
She's pretty sick.
I like her a lot, actually.
So you don't, alright, you don't need to deal combat damage. I misread. You don't need combat damage.
Yeah.
And so you just put like
an equipment that makes her a pinger,
or just that one mono blue thing that's the pain one. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
I think it's when you it's played in combos with Niv Mizzet. It's Curiosity, I think is what it's called.
Curiosity, just whenever it deals damage, you draw a card.
Yup. And so you want that because you deal combat damage. You draw a card to give you that ability to have more cards in hand.
Okay, I guess. I'm not sure.
But so if we have the pinger on, I guess so the reason it's good in Niv Mizzet is because you are able.
There's
to
equipment out there that can turn it into a pinger if you want to go that route. It flies.
It flies, which
sometimes blockers will get in your way, but the fact that it flies means there's hopefully going to be somebody that's open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that this is a really cool card.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Mm-hmm. Actually, let's just move straight to the rating with it.
Yeah.
Power wise,
it's not very powerful.
I think it's like a 6.
I think it's a 6.
I think that activated ability is actually pretty good.
Yep.
To draw 2 cards and discard a card.
Yep.
I think that's a fair.
She's an okay body on her for a flyer. The CMC is pretty high, but
it's doable.
Yes.
6 mana is doable.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like her.
Yeah.
I like her.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll go with 6 on power. Build around ability. I think you just have to
play mono. It's kind of just mono blue control,
or just like draw every single card. Like you have to have at least 6 cards in hand for that last ability.
So, I think it's like a 7. Like I don't think that like it doesn't have a direct thing that it wants you to do, and like you could just do like card draw trial or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you're a counterspell heavy deck. And you have a lot of card draw, and you're trying to play at instant speed.
Yeah, so you don't know exactly where you're going. It's not really telling you what cards you want. You just want...
You can even, like, make it kind of Sphinx tribal-y.
You could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just want cards of different mana costs, and that doesn't necessarily, like, direct you towards anything in particular.
Well, I think that actually works good with counter spells, because there's counter spells kind of everywhere on the curve.
Mm-hmm.
You've got your 2 mana, 3 mana, all the way up to 5 if you want to have Force of Will in your deck.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that this is kind of just going to be a little bit of a generic mono blue deck, but it has that goal of like draw every card.
Yep. And also so on the fun it does kind of do something that mono blue does. Usually mono blue kind of wants to like combo out. This thing wants her to deal damage.
It's like a pseudo combo.
Yeah, pseudo combo.
Yeah.
It wants you to draw a bunch of cards and then just make someone lose in this.
I really like the alternate win con. And it's not like it's kind of a feel bad for your opponent, but it doesn't like kill the table.
But like I think that it's so like I would be so fine dying to that though. Like how like there's like the anticipation.
You earn that.
Yeah, every time this hits you, like, do you have?
Is
like,
this it?
Is this the end? And like, I think that's fun.
I'm gonna give it a 9 on fun factor.
I'm gonna give it a 9 too.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what our final rating is. 7.3.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good for a Tempest. I like it. All right. Let's move on to a 5-color commander. We have Golos, Tireless Pilgrim, who costs 5 generic.
Tireless boy.
Yeah, so Tireless Pilgrim, he's 5 generic for a legendary artifact creature, Scout.
He's a scout.
I should have done the research to see if there's other scouts in Magic's history, because I like that creature type. Okay, so he's a scout. He's a 3/5, and he says, when Golos Tireless Pilgrim enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a lane card and put that card on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. So he's kind of like a big Solemn Simulacrum.
Yeah. For 1 more mana, and he also grabs. It doesn't have to be a basic.
Yeah, any land.
Yep.
Any land. And then he has an activated ability, which is 2 white, blue, black, red, green. So 2 and Wooburg, 7 mana, total 4. Exile the top 3 cards of your library. You may play them this turn without paying their mana costs.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's very expensive though.
Expensive, but
he does ramp you.
He ramps you by himself.
So the turn, ideally, the turn after you play him, you can activate this.
Yes.
Because he goes and gets your 6th land, and then if you have your 7th land drop,
Mm-hmm.
then you're good to go.
Yeah, or if you have, like, if you've ramped otherwise
Yeah.
outside of that, so if you have, like,
Mm-hmm.
talismans or whatever you're running in this deck for your 5-color deck,
Yeah.
he's grabbing you some stuff.
Yeah.
So,
What do you think of him?
he's...
From what I've heard, he kind of can be a Narset
Yeah.
in a way, because he just lets you cast big stuff for free.
But I think Narset does it better.
I think so too, because
But-
Narset's hexproof.
And she also digs a little bit deeper.
She does. She digs one card deeper. It is on attack though,
Yeah.
and he can kind of just do it whenever.
So if you just have infinite mana, you can
Infinite
just-
mana lets you play your deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Yeah, I think that I don't love him, but
I don't love him
he's
either.
Cool.
He is
He's
cool. Okay, let's rate him. So power wise,
I think that he can be very powerful.
I think he could be pretty
could be
powerful, too.
super. I think he's like a 9 in power, honestly.
Really?
Like, 8.
5 mana.
But like,
I think
that
Here's
being able to cast like big cards. So you play Eldrazi with
Yeah.
him. You put him in a Dragon's deck. You put him as the head at the helm. He's casting extra turns. I think he can be pretty powerful.
yeah.
Say you hit 3 extra
It's just a
turns.
high cost.
But
He's 5 mana, and then he doesn't have protection. Like, the big thing with Narset is that she has hexproof.
Uh-huh.
I think he's like a 7.
7.5.
We can do 7.5. Okay.
Okay.
7.5 for power.
Okay.
And then build around ability.
I think
Kind of like Joda.
I think you're kind of
Just
just
big
you are-
stuff
so
tribal.
either you're either playing just big stuff or you're kind of playing combo-y.
Uh-huh.
Like you can do.
But I think that he's open. You know,
Mhm.
it could be, you could have it be an Eldrazi deck.
Mm-hmm.
Or it could be an extra turns deck,
Mhm.
or it could be...
He has many paths that he can
Yeah.
go, and I kind of like that better.
yeah,
than,
he's open.
Yes.
So he's build aroundable, but he's open,
Yes.
which I think is cool. I'd give him like a 7
Yeah.
in that. And fun factor.
I think that casting spells for free is very fun. I would also. We just want to give him 7s across the board.
Sure,
just a
7
straight
across
7.
the board. Yeah.
Just a straight 7.
So he's a 7. This is rating.
I like
Like
that.
a 7.2 because we threw a 7.5 in there. That's math. Okay, so yeah, Golos is interesting. He's like Solemn Simulacrum grown up because that second ability is like drawing a card but better.
Mm-hmm.
So cool. All right, well let's move on to some 3-color commanders. We got 6 of them in this set.
No, go back. Okay, good.
Drew, which one do you want to do first?
I want to do Kaikar.
You want to do Kaikar?
Kaikar wins Fury. So Kaikar is a 4-mana 3/3. It is 1 generic, 1 blue, 1 red, 1 white. So Jeskai for a legendary creature, a bird wizard, and this thing is sick. So Kaikar has flying, and it also reads: whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. And then it also reads: sacrifice a spirit, add 1 red.
Pretty powerful.
Pretty happy.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's kind of the super hyped commander from this set.
Yeah, so I've been asking for Jeskai for a little bit. I've kind
Mhm.
of like Jeskai. I feel like is my kind of style because like I like controlling what other people do because I don't like other people playing the game, but I like playing the
Yeah.
game. And I like punching people, and I feel like Jeskai is kind of like the range to do that,
Mhm.
like kind of like that aggressive yet controlling
Mhm.
aspect of
Mhm.
that. And I feel like Kaikar is just kind of that rolled into that. You can
Yeah.
have that like. You know, you're either like playing a kind of control deck and you're creating value
Uh-huh.
like in creatures in that, or you're playing like more of a combo or storm deck and you're developing that, or you're playing like spirit tribal or tokens, and he's just so good. I
Uh-huh.
like Kaikar a lot.
Yeah, he's cool. Let's rate him.
Power 9.
Yeah.
9.
Yeah, he's a 9 on the power level. Okay. Build around ability.
9.
Yeah. I would
Yeah,
say
I-
probably
'cause I
9
think
because he's open.
He's open, but he has
Yeah.
very direct paths. So
Yeah.
you go, Super Friends. Like he's protecting your Super Friends because they're non-creature spells. So you go tokens. So you do some crazy stuff with token wise, and you're generating value off of that because he's like making you tokens, and he's doing fun stuff there. You can go Storm because he's generating you value in mana.
Yeah.
And so you're continuing to go off of that. You can go Spirit Tribal, which is
lots of options with him.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I think that he's good.
Yeah.
And fun.
Fun factor. Yeah, I think he's probably. I mean, having like a young pyromancer effect is always fun.
Yeah.
I think. And I think that he's just going to lead to some pretty cool turns for the pilot.
I agree.
Where you're just going to be able to like chain through stuff, which is pretty cool. Fun, I'd probably say an 8. He seems good. He's kind of missing like that, like the commander gimmick.
Yeah.
We would say. But I think that he's going to be...
I definitely feel like he's missing something. Like, he doesn't feel exactly how I'd want him to, but he's still good.
Uh-huh.
Like, I like him still. So, overall, yeah, so he's like an 8.7?
8.6.
8.6.
Yep.
That was close.
Yep,
I
pretty
can almost
good.
do math.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Kaikar.
All right. Well, next let's talk about Kethis, the Hidden Hand.
You were pretty excited about this.
Yeah, Kethis is interesting. I came out really excited about him, but I think I've come down on him a little bit. Okay, so Kethis... costs Abzan white, black, green for legendary creature, elf advisor. He's a 3/4. He says legendary spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. And he has the ability of exile 2 legendary cards from your graveyard until in a turn each legendary card in your graveyard gains. You may play this card from your graveyard.
Okay,
so
he's
legendary tribal.
Mm-hmm. So we already have that with Sisei.
Uh-huh. But he's only Abzan.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like a legendary tribal in the graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of like you want to self-mill yourself, get a nice big graveyard, then kind of like crack your graveyard open by exiling 2 things, and play a lot of stuff over a couple turns. Maybe you crack your graveyard a couple times in a turn.
Yeah.
I think I was talking about this with Kip today, and I think that there's like 75% of the cards needed for this to be like a cohesive deck.
Yeah.
In a sense. There's definitely legends that are good with him, like Azoni, Thousand Eyes, it's going to make a bunch of bugs for you.
Gross.
Kraven Regnug, like they're kind of just options for like aristocracy stuff with him, but I don't know if there's quite the number of cards there for him yet.
You just don't think he's fully there.
Yeah.
So, moving into power, what would you play, some 6, 7?
I think 7 is fair for him, because that mana reduction is good. He's aggressively costed, and the ability to like Yawgmoth Will all your legends, I think is good.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's say 7 for power.
Okay.
Build around ability. He has a direction. He wants legendary stuff, but I feel like I said, I feel like what he asks you to do is a little bit weak right now. Like it needs some more pieces to it to be really good. So I'm gonna say like a 6.
Okay.
For build around ability.
Okay. And for fun, do you think that it would be fun? So it's just graveyard stuff in XM, which is what we see already.
Yeah, but it is with legends specifically. Fun, I'd probably say like a 6 again. I feel like the deck is gonna be confused in a way that makes it difficult to put together and play, just because it doesn't quite have everything there.
What do you feel like that it's missing right now? Just more legends?
I think it just needs more. Yeah, I think it just needs more legends that care
about
or like payoffs for stuff. So you have your Azonis, you have your Krav, you have
Emrakul.
Yeah, but like that kind of stuff is like I could throw Emrakul into this, but
that
like,
makes sense to throw Emrakul because she cares about the amount of the different type of cards in your graveyard.
That's okay. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. I think a 6 though on fun, just because I think he's a little bit confused, and I don't think he has all the pieces yet. So
So he's just not quite there. So just
I think in like 3 years maybe he'll be there. We'll see. So he's like a 6.3 on the scale.
I like that. Alright, our next is Kalia, Zenith Seeker. So, Kalia is red, white, black for a 3/3, a legendary creature, a human cleric. So this is our second Kalia ever. And so this Kalia, she has flying and vigilance. And like the Kalia before her, she cares about demons, dragons, and angels. And so what she reads is when she enters the battlefield, you look at the top 6 cards of your library, and you reveal an angel card, a demon card, and or a dragon card from among them and put them to your hand. So what that means is if you look at the top 6 and there's an angel, demon, and dragon, you can take 1 of each. And you put the rest in the bottom of your library. So I think this is cool, but I don't think it's very powerful.
Not very powerful.
So I think it would be good in the 99 of the other Kalia, because I think that what she's doing is she is grabbing those dragons and stuff like that you want in your hand. Yeah. Because I think that the problem we have with angels, dragons, and demons is they cost a lot, and I think that
think about Villas, 8 mana.
Yeah.
And Safara, 7 mana. Drakuseth, 7 mana. Yeah.
The point of getting those dudes is to be able to cheat their cost. And I think that she draws them, but she doesn't cheat them. So I think the power, I think she's a 5.
One interesting idea I did see for this deck was to play as a Mardu control commander, and then you use her ability to find win conditions. So you're kind of like playing the long game. You know, black and white have all the good removal. Red and white kind of have like some stacked pieces that you can use to shut people down a little bit, and then you're using her and flickering her to find your big demon that's going to close the game out, your big dragon that's going to end stuff.
But I feel like
which is interesting.
Yeah, I think
unique.
it's interesting, but I just think that other Kelly is just. I think the other Kelly is just stronger. In
Definitely.
Essence, like I think that.
Yeah, I think that she's pretty build aroundable though.
Yes, yeah. I think that her ask is very clear, and I think that you have good dragons, you have good demons, you have good angels.
All right, power rating
5.
You think 5? I think
5.
Yeah, probably 5.
I think her
build aroundability
10.
Not
10. I think that we have good angels, we have good dragons, we have good demons. What she's asking her build, you have a very conformed deck and a good idea of what the deck you are. When you're building her, you know exactly what you're doing.
Okay, I was gonna say 8, so we can just split the difference at 9. Okay. Fun factor: angels and demons and dragons are fun.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, the thing with the other Kalia is that she's just like a shoot-on-sight commander. And so I think that if you switched your deck to this Kalia...
It's less shoot-on-sight.
It's less shoot-on-sight, and so you're going to, like, get to play the game a little bit more, which could be interesting. So I would say probably a 7 for fun.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Yeah.
Okay, and that's a 7.
Wow.
So, nice. Cool.
All right, what are we looking at next, Will?
Let's take a look at Omnath, Locus of the Royal.
He's adding a color. He's just going to be 5 colors someday. All right, so do you want to read Omnath for us?
Sure. Omnath Locus of the Royal is 4 mana. He costs 1 green, blue, red, so Teamer. He's a 3/3 legendary creature elemental. And he says when Omnath Locus of the Royal enters the battlefield, it deals damage to any target equal to the number of elementals you control. So at the very least, this will be 1, because he is an elemental.
Yep.
And he says whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on target elemental you control. If you control 8 or more lands, draw a card. So he's continuing his landfall deal from Omnath Locus of Rage. And
not Raid. Yes, it is Rage.
Locus of Rage. And he's putting counters on your elementals, and he's dealing damage based on your elementals. Like, he kind of does something perfectly for all 3 of the colors that he's in.
Yeah.
I've heard people say that he's kind of a confused commander, because he's like, he wants elementals, but he also wants you to be playing lands, and I don't feel like that confused.
I don't think that's confusing at all. I think that it's very clear that you're playing elementals and you just want to be ramped.
Yeah, you just want rampant elementals, which I feel like goes together.
Yeah,
so
I think that's...
I like him a lot. Power level.
I don't think he's very powerful. I think he's like a 6.
I think he's a medium power. I would say a 7.
You say 7?
Yeah, he's buffing your team. That deals damage could be a lot late in the game.
But you're playing him early, and so I think that the problem is...
You don't have to.
You don't have to. But...
I think you probably don't, because he doesn't want stuff until later in the game, until you get to 8 lands. So I think that this is probably a commander that you don't play on 4, that you wait for. You wait until turn 8, and then you play your 9th land. Or turn 7, and then you play your 8th land, because he just sees when you have 8. So I think that you wait to play him. I think he's good. I like him. Power, I'd say a 7. Build around ability.
You know exactly.
He wants elementals. He wants
he wants you to have lands. He wants you to have elementals.
Yeah, I think a 9.
Yeah, I think that's pretty easy.
And then fun factor. I think he's a sweet card.
I think that's fun. I think the elementals are obviously you're getting a lot of support. There's a lot of previous elementals. I think he's just cool.
I think it's going to be a really interesting deck, really fun deck. I'd say 8.
7.
7?
7.
Okay, we'll go 7.5. Gotta love those decimals in there. Okay, and the final number on him is 7.8.
Okay.
Which I think is fair.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
Alrighty, let's talk about Rien, Angel of Rebirth. Yeah. So this is our only shard commander. Yeah. Rien is 5 mana, 2 red, green, white. So she's 5 mana total. She's Naya colors. For a 5/4 flying legendary creature angel, she says other multicolor creatures you control get +1/+0, and whenever another multicolor creature you control dies, return to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. This is the buy a box promo.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's not that interesting.
Bad. bad.
I mean, you can kind of do like a weird aristocrats thing with it. But
She's bad.
Drew, how do you feel about this card?
She's bad.
Okay, we can just kind of cruise through this one because like it's multicolored tribal. You want to sack stuff. You want stuff with like sacks built into it, like Safi Eric's daughter, things like that. But you have to replay it from your hand, all that sort of stuff. The buff that she gives isn't that powerful.
4/7/5.
4/7/5, so 4 on power, 7 on build around ability, because she just wants you to have multicolored creatures.
Yeah.
And 5 on fun factor.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta do the math.
Do you think that's fair?
I do think that's fair. Yeah, and I'm pretty cool with just like breezing through this one.
Yeah.
Because she's interesting, but she's like, she's probably better than 99.
Yeah.
I would put her in Sisei.
Yeah.
Tutor her right before a board wipe to save your board back to your hand.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. She's a 5.
5
is the average. Yeah.
All right. I think that's fair. But let's get to a better commander.
This is our last one.
Yes,
for today.
For this episode.
Yeah.
This last one is Yarok, the Desecrated. Yarok is 5 mana, 2 generic, 1 black, 1 green, 1 blue for a 3/5, a legendary creature, an elemental horror. So Yarok has Death Touch and Lifelink.
2 good keywords.
Yup. And also a super awesome triggered ability. So if a permanent enters the battlefield, it causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control trigger. That ability triggers an additional time. So it's a Panharmonicon, but better. Because it hits...
Because it sees lands,
it sees lands.
Enchantments.
Yup.
Yeah.
So the Scrylands, better.
Ooh, yeah, Scrylands.
Yep.
Just scry 1 twice.
Yep.
Gain land, gain...
Oh my gosh.
1 twice, incredible.
That's...
really bad with bounce lands, though. Because, like, a Ravnica bounce land is going to make you return 2 lands to your hand.
Don't play bounce lands in him.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
But if you ever are, like, suggesting this commander to someone, tell them to put them in.
No, we do not tell our friends to put bad cards in decks. Don't listen to Will.
My bad. He's good.
I like Yarok.
He's just a value commander.
Yeah.
I think he's really similar to Muldrotha.
Yep, I think that he just wants you
He kind of just...
doing good things.
Yeah, he just gets the train rolling, in a sense. And here's the thing is that your deck, even if you don't have Yarok on the battlefield, it's going to be good. Because you're just going to accrue a ton of value. You know, I was talking to Kip about it, and I was like, think about Noxious Gearhulk. Mm-hmm. You would play a Noxious Gearhulk on its own, because it enters the battlefield, nukes a creature, and gains you life.
Yep.
Now, getting it twice is amazing.
And imagine having Panharmonicon
still
on the
play
board.
it on its own.
Yeah, imagine having Panharmonicon in this, like, getting 3 triggers.
This card just makes good cards even better.
Yep.
Which isn't true of all commanders.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, you could say that about, like, Kaikar. Like, he makes a good card, like a counterspell, even better by adding a spirit to it.
Yep.
But for Yarok, that's even more true because you are essentially doubling all of your spells.
Yep. I think that he's very good.
Yeah.
I think that...
Power, 9. Power's a 9. Build around ability?
I think that it's... He wants ETB, so I think he's like an 8. Like...
Okay.
Yeah, like he's good and fun.
Here's the thing. I think he's a really boring commander.
You think it's very generic?
When I saw him, I wasn't excited because I was like, we've already had Panharmonicon. This isn't a new ability. Everyone knows that Panharmonicon is good.
Yeah.
So I think he's kind of boring.
So 6?
I'd say a 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, let's see. 7.6? Pretty good.
That makes sense. I think that Yarok, he's very good.
Yeah.
I do agree with you. I think that was always my... Because I played Mimeoplasma and stuff like that. I feel like always the problem with Sultai is it's good. Yeah, it's really good. But it feels very...
generic.
Yeah,
it's kind of just doing stuff that's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, like, that's just not always the most interesting line to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall, though, I'm pretty... we're going to pre-release.
We are.
Well, you're going to it, right?
We both are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You said that we are, like, as in, like, we are? Like, I thought
Yeah.
that was a surprise. Yes, we are going to the pre-release because, like, it's fun.
Yeah.
Like, pre-releases are good. Go to pre-release.
Yeah.
Support your local game store. Also, have fun. Yeah, definitely we'll open some packs of this.
Yeah, I'm excited to get a Gargos.
Yep.
I'm already working on the deck.
Yep.
So
I'm working probably on Jeskai Kaikar. So,
sweet.
Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty, well, let us know what you think rating wise on these.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think of the rating system too, because it's probably something that we want to try and do again and innovate on and all that.
Yep.
And this is a pretty long episode because there's a lot of legends. So yeah. You can find us on social media.
Yeah.
On
Facebook on Curve EDH. Also on
Instagram.
Insta.
Yeah. And we are putting our episodes on YouTube.
Yeah.
So
if you're
check
on
us
YouTube,
out.
thanks for
share our
listening,
stuff.
watching.
Yeah.
You're watching on YouTube. And we'll try to make the videos more interesting in the future. Right now they're just audio files. We're sorry. But thanks for hanging out with us, guys. And have a wonderful rest of your day.
Bye.